Alright, good morning. It's crack of dawn and I thought it might be quite fun because today's an interesting gig day to do a kind of video diary. Just printed off my introduction there in case they need me to help them get on, in case they need me to help them get me on stage, if you see what I mean. Crack of dawn, off to Bradford. The presentation was finished about 10 days ago. I finished rehearsing it yesterday. Everything's packed last night. All the checklists are gone through. So today is just a question of going and doing. Speak to you in a bit. Okay, about to head out, but I thought I'd show you a dirty little trick. Padding and more padding. The padding there is just so that you can sort of work hard on stage and it not hurt your feet. I know it sounds silly, but trust me, if it's a big gig and you're there for a long time and you're doing it day in, day out, you can never have too much padding. These, by the way, these are black sports socks. So they look okay, but they're padded like sports socks. And this is just a £15 insole. Not expensive, but an absolute game changer. Okay, so here's a question for you. What do I do as I'm travelling? Well, first things first, you travel with a lot of spare time, just in case something like this happens. I'm stood at the station, having missed a connection because my train was late. But what I do with all of the spare time is I don't spend time double guessing today's gig. I start looking at gigs way into the future and start doing some background reading. So I've got podcasts and things on my iPhone, and I've got Kindle stuff, but the point is you work for 6 weeks ahead, so it's got time to sink into the back of your head subconsciously, so you're ready to rock and roll when you've got the time back at the office. But don't start double guessing today's gig. That just gets in your head and makes it more likely you'll make mistakes. Okay, half an hour to go, ready to rock and roll. That's my slide up behind me. Here we go. Warm-up time. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? Okay, so all done. Knackered, but yeah, all right, actually. All right, so what happens now is that now on the journey home, we do something called some reflective practice, and we use the Rolf methodology to do that, which is to ask yourself the question, what, 3 times. What happened? So what were the consequences? Now what can I do about it? And personally, we do it twice. We do for the things that work well, what happened, what the impact of that, how can I do more of it? And we ask it for the bad stuff as well, what went wrong, what were the implications of that, and what can we do to avoid that happening again? And then we have a cup of tea.